All right, so what's next? Let's go ahead and take a look. So each time the user takes a guess, whenever this button is clicked, we have to make things happen. So when the guess button is clicked, enter guess button. When the enter guess button is clicked, we want to do several things. Let's take a look, and let's just, as things pop into my head, I'll go ahead and say. All right, so the first thing it's going to do is it's going to evaluate the text input. All right, so we're going to need some ifs. All right, so let's go to the blocks. We'll say control. We'll say if. I'm going to drag this if else down here. We're going to add a few else ifs. We're going to add 1, 2 else ifs. All right, so you'll see why in a second. All right, so if, and I'll come down here to text, or is it logic? Logic, that's where it's at. Okay, if the guess, if your guess is equal to the secret number, we want to do something. So if the guess, so if whatever the user entered, right, their input, if that is equal to the secret number, okay, then we want there to be an alert that pops up and says you win. But we'll skip that part right now. We'll also say, all right, I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to paste it twice. Copy and paste. So if the user's guess is less than, I'm sorry, we'll say greater than the secret number, we'll say guess lower. And if it is less than, we'll say guess higher. Okay. At the very end, we'll say else. At the very end, if it's not a number, then report this back. All right, so we're going to skip this equal to right now, and we'll get back to that. We're going to go ahead and program, and we're going to code these greater than or less than sections. So the first label that's high or low, this blank label right here that's out in front, that's going to tell you guess higher, guess lower. Let's go ahead and change that label's text. So we're going to go ahead and click on high or low label, and we're going to say from high or low label, set text to, if it's too high, then we want it to be guess lower. Okay. If the input is greater than whatever you told it to, then you want to guess lower. Okay, and then we are going to, I just copy this and drag it down here. If it's less than the secret number, we're going to say guess higher. I'm not sure, I guess this is something that I'll go ahead and delete this. We'll say guess lower. All right, so we went ahead and we programmed these two. Now we're going to eventually program an alert here, but we'll add one last one here. We'll say else, and we'll just say not a number. So if they guessed a letter or something like that, the else is going to show not a number. All right, so in the next example, we're going to create an alert, and we're also going to be adding on what happens each time that the guesses remaining is going to go down one each time. And we'll program that next.